Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. A little update from Wednesday. Big news conference from the FBI in America with the RCMP regarding um, the drug kingpin from Canada, right? Doing a lot of things. Um, Ryan James wedding. Ryan James wedding. International drug kingpin. He's linked to a lot of people. Like I said, like I mentioned earlier on our other episode, he is an international kingpin linked to the cartels in South America. They're saying he's hiding out in Mexico, and they have made several arrests in Canada, and they plan to extradite a couple of them, about seven of them. Individual from, I think, Calgary. He's a kingpin called, I think his name is Chapman Ulster. Correct me if I'm wrong. His name is Chapman, ex-hockey player, not professional, but I think minor league. Anyways, he's a drug kingpin from Calgary out there, and he's linked to Ryan James' wedding. He's linked to him, right? Also, recently, there's been an arrest of the godfather of the streets in Montreal, who's been working for the Rizzuto crime family and also the Hells Angels in Canada, Tupac Anna, right? Tupac Anna, recently he got scooped up and he's been incarcerated in Canada, and they want to extradite him also. They are suspecting him of doing assassination or a murder in Colombia for basically Ryan, right? Associated with that. Now they just busted a lawyer in Toronto named Deepak Parakar. I think Parakar. Deepak Parakar, a lawyer for Ryan wedding, right? Saying that he influenced it and gave him advice to basically do that murder to this witness that was in Colombia. Also, you could see this character right in the red, the bald head, right? David Turmel, the head of the Blood Family Mafia in Montreal. Also, in some way, worked with the Hells Angels and the Rizzutos, and probably broke off. He has his own thing. He was wanted. He was hiding in Europe for months and months and months. I think it's like 2 months ago or so. Going, they arrested him. They finally found him. Bless up, doing good, man. They finally found this guy Turmel, David Turmel, the head of the Blood Family Mafia. Um, Tupac Anna, the head of the Rat Pack gang or Rat Pack Mafia. Both these individuals work are from base Quebec, right? And their link and connection is with Ryan James' wedding. 100%. There's a link there. There is a link there. Is a coincidence they're coming down on Canadian organized crime. These two guys, Tupac Anna and the other guy, the head of the Blood Family Mafia, David Turmel, these guys had their own thing going, but they were working around and fighting the Hells Angels and the Montreal Mafia, right? They got their own power. There's a lot of things going on right now. But no one would think that this Ryan James wedding, right? Ex-hockey, not hockey player, snowboarder, correct me if I'm wrong, a snowboarder, right? Professional snowboarder that was in the Olympics, that he is the biggest kingpin in Canada and almost the world, wanted by the FBI. Wanted by the FBI, people. And this guy, Tupacana, just got taken up. Is it a coincidence he just got taken up? When the FBI's, talking about this, it was Wednesday. They brought out this news, and David Turmel, just like a month or so ago, he got caught in Europe. So they're coming down, people. They consider, what's his name, Ryan James, very dangerous, They consider him very, very dangerous. This ex snowboarder Olympian from Canada, right? They say he's dangerous. Well, he must be for him to be one of the main guys supplying cocaine for Canada and other places, narcotics all around the world. And you know that the Hells Angels are big in Canada and the mafia is big in Canada. So for him to be doing what he's doing, he got some major connections, which is the cartels. And there's a other kingpin, what is associated with him. I couldn't call him kingpin, but big drug dealer, like I mentioned earlier, Chapman in Calgary, and he's known to the police. They took him up. They probably are going to bring him, extradite him to America, and all these other guys to America. This is an example. So who's next? Are we going to see a couple Hells Angels get locked up? Or are we going to see a couple mafia figures get locked up? Because they're all in the mix with these guys. All these mafia guys in Montreal and Hells Angels all over Canada, they're in the mix with this guy, Ryan James Wedding. So what's they want to set an example because they're coming after everybody. And Trump is, he's putting in work. He calls the cartels terrorists, right? Mm. Yeah, so you're saying a person saying the Hells Angels and Mafia import the coke, right? So they're working with this guy in some type of way, right? Or he's just a face, right? And that's why he's been doing it for years. They're saying Tupac Anna, the street godfather, was controlling the ports, which is very important. If you control the ports, what's coming in and out, that makes you very strong. He got the influence probably for the new generation, if you want to call it, the new guys on the street. These two guys and what's his name, David Termel, they got influence in the street, maybe what the mafia don't have, and the bikers. So they use these groups, these street groups, what are getting big, also, right? Gangs too, yeah, other bike gangs too. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people. It's the United Nations of organized crime. So what's going on? It's been a haven in Canada for a long time, and America been crying about it. So they got their people under RICO, and they want to get Canadians too. They want to get the Canadians too. They want to go to Mexico and get a couple. Well, they got a couple people, right? They're comparing Ryan James' wedding to Escobar, right? Escobar. So they're saying that this guy who you see on here, the black individual, he was helping Ryan James, right? And if he was helping him, that was a soldier in the streets. He was doing a lot for Ryan James, right? The people are scared of this guy, scared. And he might get extradited to America too. So it's the RCMP and the FBI doing this whole mission to take down or these cartels. They want to take down these cartels. They want to take down these big international drug kingpins. Who's next? Will they go after the actual, like, domestic organized groups? Will they start busting more Hells Angels and mafia guys? I don't know, because it's a coincidence that is it a coincidence that Ryan James Wedding is from Canada, an ex snowboarder is running things, and a guy from Calgary, he's an ex hockey player, and he's running things. What's going on? From sports to drugs, it's crazy. But there's a lawyer that just got arrested from Toronto, Deepak Parakar. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Parakar, right? They just arrested him. So, is there other groups involved? Probably. There's probably other groups, and not just bikers. There's probably other groups. You got street gangs, you got mafia, you got bikers, you probably got some Asians, and maybe, like, some brown guys. They just locked up a lawyer who's for conspiracy to murder with associated with a Ryan James wedding. They just done it. So what's next? The FBI is on a mission. The FBI, DEA, could be even CIA, because this guy's an international drug kingpin Ryan James' wedding. They're saying he's in Mexico right now. That's what they're saying. They got two other guys who are big in the streets in Quebec, Montreal. They got two guys, right? These guys could just be like the puppets or just a camouflage. They got Tupac Anna, who has a history. They got this guy Dave Turmel, who has a history, but they've been fighting the other organized crime groups for years or associating with them, right? So what happened? What's going on? Love the talk. South America, but not European cartels. Yeah, there's European cartels too. I agree. They like to talk about the South American cartels, but not the European cartels and South Asia and Chinese cartels that move weight. Yeah, that's true, people. But please subscribe. That's Down to Earth News.